Hey there, I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith with your forecast for the weekend. Tonight, skies clearing off after some evening showers around. Tomorrow, a few storms popping and firing on our Saturday, and mild nights hanging around in the forecast. Want to look at the tropics? Everything's good here. Always good to check, even in mid to late May when we can see some tropical activity. Our Fox 10 Futurecast shows that tomorrow we've got to watch out for storms, but not in the morning. It looks all right to start the day tomorrow. Southwesterly breezes, and then here comes some storms right around 3 p.m. on Saturday. That will continue into the 5 o'clock hour on Saturday afternoon with some stronger storms possible. Marginal risk for strong to severe storms tomorrow. Then we get into Sunday, and it does trend a little drier, a little quieter as a front moves through. It's our rain chances are going to be lower on Sunday than they are on Saturday. Looking long range, there it is. They'll get some rain showers on Saturday. Sunday, again, pretty isolated. Next week, Monday, a low pressure area could form up over the northeast Gulf and over the peninsula of Florida. And that could be close enough to give us a few extra storms on Monday. Lower chances on Tuesday. So some little changes there with the rain chances. We'll break it all down to your extended forecast in just a second. But right now, I want to show you the beach forecast for tomorrow. 84 degrees with winds out of the southwest at 10. A high UV index. You got to reapply the sunscreen. High SPF sunscreen. Rip current risk is low, and it stays low into Sunday and Monday. A low risk of rip currents. Surf heights about 1 to 2 feet and water temperatures in the 70s. All right, looking at our 24-hour temperature trend here. 72 degrees tonight. Going to be pretty mild. Then tomorrow, a lot of mid-80s from 11 a.m. through 5 p.m. We've got some beautiful weather by mid to late afternoon. Over the next 4 days, isolated rain chances on Sunday, scattered on Monday and widely scattered on Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-80s, overnight lows in the 60s. Coming up next on Next Weather, Fox 10 meteorologist Nicholas Herboso takes a look at radar imagery and helps us understand how to see those images we show on air. Stay tuned.
Can I play? Sure, but you need to bring your own truck. That's not a problem.
The Fox 10 Storm Tracker Fleet, taking you live to more places, covering the Gulf Coast like no one else can. Unrivaled experience, unparalleled severe weather coverage.
I think I need a bigger sandbox.
The past few days have been active on radar. Meteorologist Nicholas Herboso has some more information on what these radar maps mean and how you can use them.
Radar is a vital tool that meteorologists use to figure out what is going on in the atmosphere. A sample radar picture may look like a bit of spilled paint on a map with different colors and different moving things, but it actually can have a lot of meaning. Like I said, it does kind of look like an abstract art installation, but when you actually understand what is going on, you can get a lot of value out of the radar picture. Now, a typical radar picture that you see is actually a specific type, a specific product of the radar called reflectivity. There's some interesting science behind it. The radar site, here it is, Mobile Regional Airport for us. It's that little golf ball that you might see if you pass by the airport. That sends an electromagnetic pulse, a beam, out into the sky at a slight angle. And then it waits to see if that pulse of energy comes back to it. By particles in the air reflecting it and then pushing it back to the radar, then it'll determine, hey, there's something there, and then it'll put something on the map. Now, what do the colors mean? Well, how much energy is returned? Light energy return, moderate energy return, or lots of energy return to the radar, and we can use that to interpret what's going on. Light rain or drizzle on the bottom of the scale. Here we use green. That might even be dust or ground clutter. Then moderate rain, steady rain, most likely in the yellow and orange colors, and then heavy rain in the red, and possibly even debris or hail in the pinks and purples with our color table. But there are many different color tables. Here, as you can see, this one's in blue. This one is in blue and green. This one is in different blue and green, and there's some black in there. And then there's more blue and green with some red and some purple. How do you determine what's going on if you have a different radar that you're looking at? Always look at the legend. It'll be laid out the same way with light to heavy, and you can figure out what those values mean. Another very important thing, know where you are on a map. It is the most important thing to interpret radar, and you can use something like the FOX10 weather app where it will tell you where you are if you enable your location. There we are at the FOX10 studios, and there's a shower off to our west whenever time that I was recording this. So make sure that you use the FOX10 weather app, use your radar, and interpret it so you can be better informed. Nicholas Herboso, FOX10 News.
Definitely useful information there. Be sure to download that FOX10 weather app to look at your local radar. So this week we saw a peak at the typical summertime pattern with very warm temperatures to start the week. We'll talk about weather highlights from the week coming up.
New to the FOX10 weather app, your 24-hour radar forecast. Be the first to see how precipitation is going to affect your plants across the Gulf Coast. Detailed hour by hour, the 24-hour radar forecast on the FOX10 weather app. Plus the latest breaking news with the FOX10 News app.
Got him both.
Stay alert with FOX10.
All right, record-breaking heat this week. Who would have thought that we would see temperatures this hot in May? And this happened on Monday. So let's look at it. Pensacola tying a record high at 94 degrees, tying the old record set in 1998. We look at Mobile on Monday. Our record was 96, but we were at 95. And unfortunately, this week we saw our first heat-related death from heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So we've got to watch out for that as we start to get into the heat season. This is just the very beginnings of it. The temperatures we saw early this week were record-breaking in the 90s, but they're going to be a little different in your extended forecast. Here's what we're seeing over the next 7 days. Rain chances are lowering some, and temperatures look reasonable. They're going to be near average for this time of the year, in the middle 80s for our daytime highs, mid to upper 60s for our overnight lows. So this is, again, a late spring pattern. It's not really the full onslaught of the summertime heat and humidity. We also could be seeing a little dry spell Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday showing up in your long-range forecast. Thanks for joining us here on Next Weather.